Living costs in most of the prominent and famous European capitals, like London, Paris, Berlin, Amsterdam, Rome, and Dublin, is considerably high. Only those with a steady job or a substantial net worth tend to reside in these capitals comfortably, while those earning minimum wages barely make ends meet each month. So in contrast to the expensive capitals, we have ranked some of the cheapest capital cities of Europe in this video. All of these cities are ranked according to their median cost of living per month, which is accumulated from different crowdsourced reports and databases. But bear in mind, being cheap doesn't make these capitals perfect to live in. Most of these cities come with lots of cons. Firstly, the unemployment rate in some of these cities is very high and the crime index is terrible. Secondly, language might also be an issue in some of these cities, as most of them face a very low literacy rate. But nevertheless, these are capital cities of their respective countries and are the powerhouses of their economy. So evidently, these cities boast the best the country has on offer. Another thing to note is that due to the unfortunate ongoing turmoil on the easternmost part of the continent, capitals of Ukraine and Belarus will not be ranked in this video. So with that, here are the rankings of 15 cheapest capitals to live in Europe. Number 15, Warsaw, Poland. With a population of around 1.8 million people, Warsaw is a modern metropolis with all the high-tech, developed infrastructure that one expects from a modern European capital. Plus, it is home to a large international community with many expats, digital nomads, and foreign students branched out throughout its neighborhoods. Thus, locals are used to seeing new faces, and fitting in doesn't take long. Many international companies operate in this city, with most of them seeking mainly English-speaking personnel. So there are abundant job opportunities for expats here, and the unemployment rate of Warsaw is one of the lowest out of all the capital cities mentioned in this video. However, be aware that Warsaw's cost of living isn't that cheap. In fact, it is higher than anywhere else in the country, but nevertheless, it is still not as expensive as its Western counterparts. A single individual can comfortably reside in most of its areas for under a monthly budget of around $2,100 per month. This price tag can go even lower if one opts to choose housing on its outskirts. When it comes to safety, its crime rate is surprisingly lower than the likes of London. However, petty crimes like pickpocketing exist, but this usually occurs in crowded places. Number 14, Vilnius, Lithuania. Home to almost 600,000 people, Vilnius is a city filled with stunning architecture, bustling streets, and endless charm. Its old town is one of the most beautiful sites in Lithuania and is even designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, boasting impressive Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque buildings. Besides, the old town Vilnius is decked with all the modern-day services and amenities, with a variety of job opportunities, good universities at affordable prices, and business opportunities. The median cost of living to reside comfortably in this city is around $1,800 to $2,000. As a matter of fact, most of the international students barely spend over $1,500 per month in this city. In the end, the cost of living is mainly impacted by the type of accommodation one chooses. Average rent for a mid-sized studio apartment in the heart of the city is listed at around $400 to $600, while other necessities like groceries and services are much more affordable. All things considered, this capital is green, compact, and lively, with a booming business landscape and a bustling cultural scene. Number 13, Ljubljana, Slovenia. Slovenia is a country filled with the essence of nature. The mountains, green forests, and flowing rivers permeate life in the country. Aside from its scenery, its capital city of Ljubljana has so much to offer in terms of culture, cuisine, architecture, and so on. For those seeking to escape the turmoil and tension of large metropolises, this capital is no doubt an attractive combination of both fast-paced and slower living. The sizable international community and student population makes it an open-minded and diverse part of the country. What's more, English is widely spoken here, and the unemployment rate is fairly low with plentiful jobs in healthcare, IT, engineering, and finance industries. Digital nomads and those earning their income from elsewhere also thrive in this city, as the median monthly expenses rarely exceed $1,700. Furthermore, despite being a laid-back city, it isn't boring or dull. Its burgeoning youth culture always brims it with excitement and adventure. Number 12. Athens, Greece. For some, moving to Athens might sound a bit unorthodox and less appealing, but it is certainly worth a mention as its cost of living is fairly lower than most capitals of Europe. In spite of its major drawbacks like congested traffic, high rate of unemployment combined with decaying streets and gloomy suburbs, it remains the heartbeat of the nation and is one of the best options for digital nomads in Greece. According to recent data of crime rates across Europe's largest cities, Athens is safer than many of its counterparts. It's statistically safer than Rome, Paris, and even Brussels. Additionally, its size serves to be an advantage to some, and it should be a bit easier to meet a wider range of people in Athens than in some of the other mainland cities that attract very few digital nomads, remote workers, or international folks. What's more, people with different brackets of budget can reside here, be it $800 per month or even $2,000 per month. However, collectively the median cost of living to live comfortably in Athens is about $1,700 a month. Number 11. Tallinn, Estonia. The most famous and developed capital city out of all the Baltic countries, Tallinn is one of Europe's quintessential classic capital cities with plenty of attractions and picturesque sights. As a whole, Tallinn is a perfect example of a mix of old and the new, with cobbled medieval streets, finest Gothic architecture, and stunning views of Tallinn's old town are juxtaposed by cutting-edge cafes, restaurants, and businesses that exist on the other side of the historic walls. This city was recently ranked 22nd best city for expats out of 500 cities, so clearly moving here is enticing. What's more, expats in Tallinn are satisfied with their working life, even though moving to the city does not necessarily improve their career prospects. Overall, foreigners have a very comfortable life in Tallinn. Locals speak decent to fluent English, monthly expenses are low, and the country has attractive business and visa opportunities. The median monthly spending in this city is roughly $1,700, though this is expected to rise in the upcoming years as the country is experiencing inflation. Number 10. Belgrade, Serbia. As the capital and largest city in Serbia, Belgrade is home to around 1.5 million individuals, making it one of Southeast Europe's biggest cities. Ideally, located between the Danube and Sava rivers, it boasts vibrant nightlife to high-quality restaurants to stunning historical structures. Having the most job opportunities for foreigners, it is attracting both locals and internationals. Although the economy is growing, there are still limited job opportunities, particularly in certain industries. This can make it difficult for less skillful expats to find work and support themselves. Anyhow, digital nomads and those earning their income from elsewhere reside relatively well in this city. Additionally, the cost of living isn't that exorbitant, as most people barely spend more than $1,600 per month. Whether it's groceries, rent, or public transportation, costs are significantly reduced when compared to most capital cities of Europe. Number 9. Budapest, Hungary. The crown jewel of the Danube River, Budapest influences from both the east and the west, yet stays true to its own character. With a population of approximately 1.8 million, almost 8% of its inhabitants are of international descent and roughly 46% are under the age of 30. So in regards to its youthful populace, the city is simultaneously hip and nostalgic, with a plethora of cultural events and outdoor activities. The cost of living in this city has increased dramatically due to high rates of inflation in the country, but for the most part, it is still more affordable than many European capitals. This fact is reinforced by the increasing expat community touting about its low costs of living, with the monthly expenses being around $1,500, which is well within the range of a budget-oriented digital nomad. However, bear in mind, this figure is likely to increase if one chooses to reside in its upscale areas. On the downside, opportunities for work are not as prolific as some of the other cities listed in this video, but regardlessly, this is definitely getting better each year. Number 8. Bratislava, Slovakia. Known for its rising industrial and commercial establishments, Bratislava remains the largest city and the main hub of Slovakia, with a population of around 460,000. Its location in the very heart of Europe has made it an important trade route for all nearby EU countries. One can simply go on a day trip to Vienna and Budapest by taking a bus or train from one of Bratislava's local stations. In addition, the city has a very low unemployment rate, and demand for skilled English-speaking expats is always high. Monthly cost of living in this city remains low compared to most Western European capitals, but the prices of groceries are steadily increasing. Nevertheless, one can comfortably reside here under $1,500 per month, including rent and all amenities. Plus, it is a fairly safe city. Crime rates are low even by European standards, and the country of Slovakia itself ranks decent on EU Safety Index. Number 7. Zagreb, Croatia. This is the largest city in the country with a population of around 800,000 people. This place blends the traditional Croatian city, Eastern European culture, and classic Central European capital. Despite the larger population, it's not crowded, and it's a relatively quiet city. Hence, it can be a great city for family-oriented expats. Also, it is located in the Central European region, so most can easily visit neighboring countries for a day trip. The average cost of living is also not far-fetched, as most residents rarely spend over $1,500 a month. While many expats choose Zagreb because of the abundance of job opportunities, other reasons include high-quality healthcare system and international schools. As a result, teaching and healthcare jobs are plentiful for foreigners, along with finance and IT positions in global companies. Moreover, in recent years, the government of Zagreb has implemented hundreds of measures in all areas, from education, culture, and sports to demographic policy, with a goal to improve the lives of locals. So the overall quality of life and human development index in this city is on an upwards trajectory. Number 6. Riga, Latvia. Yet another Baltic capital, Riga caters to a population exceeding 600,000 people. But despite a larger number of inhabitants, it is still the most affordable capital city out of the 3 Baltic states. The average cost of living for a single person, including rent and everything, comes out at around $1,400. So whether you're looking for an affordable big city break or a temporary base, Riga has something for everyone. With its stunning architecture, vibrant nightlife, and delicious cuisine, this city offers an unforgettable experience. Furthermore, the unemployment rate in this city is fairly low, so it can be an excellent place to work, do business, and even study. Besides, the best Latvian universities are located here, and the center of Riga is full of hustle and bustle thanks to its young populace. Overall, it's the perfect destination for those looking for a great time without spending too much money. Number 5. Bucharest, Romania. Home to almost 2 million people, Bucharest is the main powerhouse of Romania and is one of the most densely populated capital in Europe. Despite fostering a largest international community, this city has some obvious cons, with the most common ones being high unemployment rate, lot of traffic congestion, and less developed medical infrastructure. So all in all, it might not be perfect location for expats looking to expand their careers prospects or raise a family. But nonetheless, it is still the largest academic, business, and commercial spot in Romania, so there are a fair bit of opportunities for English-speaking expats and remote workers. Plus, in contrast to other cities listed in this video, the cost of living in Bucharest has decreased significantly in recent years. Generally, a single person can quite lavishly live here on a monthly budget of just around $1,200. While it's not commonly considered a first-choice relocation destination, its vibrancy and excellent cafe scene are making it more and more attractive for remote workers. Number 4. Tirana, Albania. Situated in the western part of the country, Tirana is nestled between a mountain range to the east and the coastal plains to the west. It has increasingly gained attention as an appealing destination for digital nomads seeking a unique blend of history, culture, and modernity. Additionally, the city has made notable strides in infrastructure development and has a burgeoning expat community, fostering a sense of inclusivity. However, challenges such as high unemployment and crime rate make it a less appealing city for savvy expats. In fact, even most of its own native population is actively trying to move out of the city. But anyhow, the cost of living in this capital is very low, and those earning in superior currencies from elsewhere can reside here quite lavishly for just under a monthly budget of $1,200. Number 3. Sofia, Bulgaria. Sofia remains a good bargain among most of the big European capitals, with a very pleasant city centre that is quite welcoming to foreign nomads. Prices of nearly everything are cheaper than all major cities across Europe, except for inbound flights from other major cities. The majority of expats moving to Bulgaria consider living in Sofia first, and it's safe to say that a single person can live comfortably in Sofia with a monthly budget of $1,000. Apart from being a budget-friendly location, both for traveling and living, it provides a great opportunity to experience a new culture. The vibrant capital of Bulgaria is full of art and history, delectable food, and a great nightlife scene. With a variety of remarkable churches and museums to visit, this Bulgarian city is an inexpensive and relaxing destination. Number 2. Skopje, North Macedonia. Home to more than 500,000 people, which is about a quarter of Macedonia's total population, Skopje offers a unique blend of ancient architecture and modern developments, creating a captivating urban landscape. The appeal to move to this European capital is almost non-existent. Barely any expat or even digital nomad resides in this city. Only those expats holding a job in embassies or those in the profession of teaching tend to reside here for long term. But in any case, the cost of living of this European capital is very low. Most of its native population barely spends over $600 per month. However, to reside comfortably in this city, one must have a monthly budget of around $900 a month. Lastly, despite its lesser draw, Skopje's cultural richness, affordability, and central location make it a compelling choice for adventure-seeking nomads. Number 1. Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina. With around 400,000 inhabitants, the Bosnian capital Sarajevo is the largest city in the country and a tourist hotspot. Especially during the tourist season in summer, Sarajevo's streets are bustling with visitors and nomads from around the globe. The city has always been at the crossroads of East and West, with different religions, customs, and cultures living side by side peacefully. Plus, this is by far the most cheapest capital city in the entirety of Europe, with a median cost of living rarely clocking over $800. However, this city is not for everyone. The literacy rate is very low, English isn't prevalent, the infrastructure is obsolete, and the lingering effects of its 1990s conflict are still noticeable throughout the city. So better yet, the decision to relocate should be carefully weighed against these challenges, considering the individual's adaptability and preferences for a distinctive blend of historical significance and contemporary living.